Good evening and welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I'm Tamiru Nimsat. Let's have a look at the headlines. Debt restructuring process will not affect the banking system, Central Bank assures. Package to boost foreign direct investments to be introduced soon, Cabinet spokesperson says. News in detail. Central Bank assures that public bank deposits and stability of the banking system will be safeguarded in any reorganization of domestic debt. Central Bank Governor Nandalal Veerasinghe, addressing a public forum in Colombo yesterday, said that they would ensure and safeguard the banking system stability as well as the protection of public deposits.
Sri Lanka has to at least extend the maturity of some domestic debt to meet International Monetary Fund annual financing ceiling in 2027 to 2032, which have to be brought down to about 13% from gross domestic product from the current 30%. Almost all the banks in the country have said that they have received assurances on the effect on any debt restructuring process. Central Bank Governor Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghe at a public forum commented over the speculations about the stability of public deposits and banking system in the country. He pledged that the government would ensure and safeguard banking system stability as well as the protection of public deposits in any kind of debt optimization process to implement. He also asserted that a key objective of the central bank is to maintain financial sector stability. Meanwhile, a statement by the central bank has said that the domestic debt optimization operation will involve T-bills held by the central bank and the T-bonds in the context of a voluntary exchange operation. The statement further explained that only T-bills held by the central bank, which is equivalent to 62.4% of total outstanding T-bills, will be considered for treatment to create some fiscal space, and all other T-bills are excluded of the envisaged operation. All T-bonds may be considered for participation in a voluntary domestic debt optimization operation, provided that it can be designed to minimize impact on banks and preserve financial stability. The statement assured that the impact on the domestic financial sector is therefore being carefully assessed by the authorities.
Minister Bandula Gunawardena says the government will soon unveil a comprehensive package to boost foreign direct investments and develop key industries. Cabinet spokesperson Minister Bandula Gunawardena said this during the post-cabinet meeting media briefing earlier this week.
Minister Bandula Gunawardena said that Sri Lanka is looking at targeted initiative to reach $2 billion this year from $1 billion in 2022. He said serious reforms are necessary not to repeat same strategies and get the same results. The minister insisted on changes in the legal framework as well as political barriers. The minister acknowledged that investors who are keen on investing in Sri Lanka are not getting reassurance from the state and financially like in other countries. The minister also said Sri Lanka's value proposition needs to get transformed to compete with other FDI destinations. Minister Gunawardena further added that political instability, policy inconsistency, red tape and bureaucracy as well as complex rule of law have discouraged investors from establishing in the country. As per the Board of Investment, effective communication structures, quick approvals, consistent trade policies, ease of doing business indicators and online markets are must focus areas.
Sri Lanka formally requested for a debt treatment from the 17-country official creditor committee, which was formed recently at the World Bank spring meetings in Washington, D.C. Sri Lankan delegation made this request at the inaugural meeting of the creditors, which was virtually held on Tuesday.
The committee was co-chaired by India, Japan and France, and it includes Paris Club creditors as well as other official bilateral creditors. During the meeting, Sri Lankan authorities reiterated their commitment to transparency and comparability of treatment towards their official bilateral creditors at the meeting. The IMF and World Bank representatives presented the latest microeconomic developments regarding Sri Lanka and current status of their relationship with the country. The creditor committee took note to the open letter addressed by President Ranil Wickremesinghe ensuring transparency and comparability of treatment for all external creditors and ensuring that no side arrangements inconsistent with comparability of treatment will be made with any creditor. The committee states the importance for private creditors and other official bilateral creditors of Sri Lanka to provide the debt treatment in line with the comparability of treatment principle. Bilateral creditors hold $7.1 billion of Sri Lanka's external debt, while private creditors hold $14.8 billion, bringing the total debt under treatment to $21.9 billion.
Stay tuned. We will return after this commercial break.
IWS Aviation.
Welcome back after the break. The Cabinet of Ministers approved holding discussions with the World Bank for a $200 million loan for the Social Security Net program in Sri Lanka. Cabinet spokesperson Minister Bandula Gurawardena made the announcement at the media briefing on Tuesday.
The Cabinet spokesman said the proposed project will be implemented under the three components, including providing financial assistance to identified families, conducting a pilot program to increase opportunities for the poor and vulnerable, and strengthening the social security system. The move comes after the World Bank warned Sri Lanka of possible worsening of poverty if the country fails to address the needs of vulnerable groups. According to the World Bank report, poverty is projected to remain about 25% in the next few years due to the multiple risks of households' livelihoods. As per central bank data, the updated national poverty line for Sri Lanka has surged to 13,777 rupees in 2022, registering an annual increase of 74%. The statement said that the increase has added 2.5 million people into poverty in 2022. According to the report, many households were impacted from different fronts as prices rose by 46% last year. Jobs in services and industry contracted and pushing workers to lower paying agricultural jobs. The statement also added that the decline in remittances also hit the income level. The report said the rise in food insecurity has also led to increase in malnutrition and stunning up from 7.4% in 2021 to 9.4% in 2022.
The government yesterday said the impending free trade agreement with Thailand will be inked within the first quarter of 2024 to boost exports from the country. Cabinet spokesperson Minister Bandula Gunawardena made this revelation at the post-cabinet press conference earlier this week.
Minister Bandula Gunawardena said both parties have agreed to complete the negotiations and prepare the relevant agreement to be signed by the first quarter of 2024. The minister added that only way Sri Lanka can overcome the foreign exchange crisis and economic downturn is through boosting export earnings over time. Minister Gunawardena highlighted that the objective of government is to boost exports from the current $550 million to $1.5 billion via the Sri Lanka and Thailand free trade agreement. The minister said that bilateral, regional and multilateral trade and investment agreements that encourage boosting foreign inflows are critical for Sri Lanka at this time. He also said that President Ranil Wickremesinghe briefed the cabinet on the progress of the discussions between the two countries, including the deal with the trade in goods and services, investment rules, custom cooperation, trade facilitation and economic cooperation. Inking the FTA with Thailand is the first step to join in the regional comprehensive economic partnership trade agreement and a step towards strengthening traditional ties with the country.
President Ranil Wickremesinghe has given directions for the initiation of a welfare benefit program to start from the 1st of July this year. President's media division said that a gazette has been published in order to start the welfare program dubbed as Aswasuma, which is worth a total of 485 billion rupees.
139 billion rupees or $421 million will be incurred within the next 9 months, encompassing 2 million people. These payments will be distributed among 4 social categories, namely transitional, vulnerable, poor and extremely poor. Additionally, the usual allowances for differently abled, elderly and kidney patients will also be provided. Accordingly, 400,000 transitional beneficiaries will receive 2,500 rupees per month until December 31st. 400,000 vulnerable beneficiaries will receive 5,000 rupees per month until the 31st of March 2024. 800,000 poor beneficiaries will receive 8,500 rupees per month and extremely poor beneficiaries will receive 15,000 rupees per month for 3 years beginning 1st of July. Around 3.7 million applications for welfare benefits have been received from 304 divisional secretaries across the country. The highest number of applications that have been confirmed and finalized are from Vavuniya district, which is 98%, followed by 96.5% from Kandy district, 96% from Kilnochi district, 96% from Jaffna district and 95.5% from Trincomalee district respectively. The authorities also said that over 3.1 million applications covering the entire country have been verified so far.
Stay tuned for the stock update. Welcome back after the break. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on positive notes today. The all-share price index gained 57.45 points to close at 8,949.82 and the S&P SL20 gained 15.29 points to close at 2,603.92. The turnover was 0.5 billion rupees and over 45 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. That's all our news for today. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Take care and good night.